Today we have a wonderful guest, all the way from Massachusetts, but she was born in northern Maine. Her name is Marsha Beals. She's a health coach and a holistic health coach too. And she's going to tell us everything about her background. How did she get to do what she's doing today? And what is she doing to help people? Marsha, the floor is yours.
Oh, hi, Monica and everybody. I'm honored to be here today. Thanks for inviting me, Monica, and the interest in learning more about me. I'm a wife, mother, grandmother, graduate of IIN, certified health coach. I'm specializing in holistic health and healing nutrition. My background is in business and early childhood education. I left the corporate world when I became a mom, and I wanted to raise my children. So I attended IIN, changing my career a third time when I was in my 50s, shortly after I was faced with a health challenge.
What happened? What happened?
Oh boy, I remember the morning. It was a preschool graduation. I could not get out of bed.
You can lower a little bit the microphone, just a little bit. Do you know how to lower the microphone a little bit?
Yes.
We're having like an extra, yes, because it's.
Oh, the volume, how's that?
Maybe the volume. I think it's fine. Let's see.
Is it better?
Yes, it's better. There was like an echo.
Okay.
I'm sorry. Everyone.
I'm usually soft-spoken, so yeah, so if I'm loud and clear.
So what happened? So
it was June 2010, and my alarm rang. I could not get out of bed. The room was spinning really, really fast. I was having an acute vertigo attack. Couldn't lift my head off the pillow. I managed to grab the phone, call my husband, and then I was using my left hand. I was like, hello, switched my ear. Oh, hello. Oh my gosh, something's wrong. I can't hear out of my left ear, and I'm having a vertigo attack. So my daughter was home from college. So she was able to rush me to urgent care. They did not take the MRI right away. I was sent home with some prescription, thinking it might be a swollen eardrum or something, they were saying. So that
this was really how many years ago was this?
2010, about 11 years now. Yeah. Yep. So I was calling the doctor's office saying, what about this fluid in my ear I have? And the nurse says, oh dear, this is not fluid. It's a symptom of being deaf. And that's how you're going to have that white noise in your ear all the time. I'm like, oh my goodness. And then I said, well, I don't think these prescription is doing anything. And can they take an MRI and see what's going on? So she scheduled an MRI. So, and I go for the MRI. Then they're sending me to a surgeon to get the results. So that kind of was like upsetting to me, because right away that's telling you, oh, you need surgery. So when I get there, he's pulling up the results of the MRI, and he said, well, that's when I was diagnosed with an acoustic neuroma tumor in my left ear's auditory canal. And so I had all kinds of questions, of course, and he couldn't answer my questions. All he told me was, there's nothing we can do for you, nothing we can give you, except wait for it to grow to a size that requires surgery. And I was like, okay, I left there kind of upset, because I'm like, surgery is my last resort. And okay, my body has got to be sick. I mean, it's telling me something. And I need to take steps to heal it, and that was not going to be my style, waiting, watching it grow.
And do nothing. And do nothing. What is this?
Like, yeah, my gut feeling was like, no, I'm not listening to that doctor's, like, that's the plan. And then, thinking back too, I remember I was always sick when the kids were little. I was in and out of the doctor's offices. I suffered from seasonal allergies. That started when we moved down to Massachusetts from Maine. So I don't know what happened, the difference of states or what, but seasonal allergies left and right. Once I was hospitalized, that the infection led to my brain. So I was thinking like, wow, you have really not been healthy person. And this was like an awakening moment. Like, I've got to do something. So left there pretty upset, but then I was determined. And so I started doing research, educating myself. I needed to get those answers that he couldn't give me, diving deep in, getting to the root cause of my health challenge that I was faced with. And soon after, when I was doing my own research, I attended IIN. I saw, oh, IIN, looking into that. Oh, yeah. So during my education, I started improving my diet. And then soon after, a friend of mine from Maine came down. She had heard what happened to me. She came down with a little bag in her hand, and she introduced to me a high quality antioxidant. And she was educating me about antioxidants.
This was during your IIN degree or after?
During, yeah, it was during the same time. I mean, I had, had some supplements. I was thinking I upgraded my supplement line as it was, but this was even more of an upgrade. So I immediately just upgraded my whole daily regimen with the supplement line, because after studying it and researching it, and she had MS back in the day and was in remission. So that's why a friend of mine said, you got to talk to her. And they connected us back together because I had lost touch.
When you were at INN, you realized that a lot of your health, many of your health issues were probably related to the way you ate and what you ate.
Yes, yes. So yes, like food, you are what you eat and absorb. So food and supplementation do matter, but it's got to be high quality. We don't know this stuff. A lot of people aren't educated. I didn't know this, until it just hit.
It happened. And then you started taking this product every day?
Yes.
Every single day.
Okay. Oh my gosh, and what a change it made in my health. I've been the healthiest I've ever been. No more seasonal allergies.
What happened to the tumor, and what happened to
okay, so yes, he monitored me. Let's see, what was it? Every 6 months I had to go get an MRI, because we're going to be watching it, right? Waiting.
And you're taking all these things and you're changing your diet.
Yes. Yeah. And if I said anything to him about that, or any of the
he
girls,
would get upset. He would get upset.
No, they were like laughing, like,
yeah, like whatever.
Yeah, that's not going to work. But all right, like, okay, well, I'm not discussing with them anymore. I'm just going to
do it.
Let's look at my reports, check the size. So after 2 years of watching it, he tells me, oh, it's time for surgery. I said, what do you mean? I got the report ahead of time.
It was the same size, if not smaller.
Yeah, it didn't grow. And I was like, oh, what I'm doing is working, but I need more time. But he's forcing me
to do
surgery. And I said, doctor, please, surgery is going to be my last resort. Tell me again, I asked before, are there any other options? He said, well, will you go listen to radiation? And I said, sure. He sends me to Boston. They explain the procedure. Now, when he told me, let me back up a bit. When he told me about the surgery being, it's more risks than a benefit, because I won't get my hearing back. And it's,
yes.
Yeah, the auditory canal is close to your facial nerve. So it could get cut and I could be paralyzed after surgery. Nice. So that's why I was like, no. So listening to the radiation in Boston, they said, so we're going to zap the tumor, and it could go through into and hit your facial nerve, and then you may come out paralyzed. I was like, that's no better than surgery.
My God.
Yeah. So I don't know how I found out, but next thing I know, I hear about a different type of radiation. Who knew? I didn't know any of this stuff. And I was sent to Worcester to hear about cyberknife radiation. And he explained how, like, all right, the radiation, they're going to zap the tumor, but the computers, how they do it, it'll say, do not go around and injure anything else. So I said, it won't hit my facial nerve. He goes, no, it's only going for the tumor. And that's it. I said, because he goes, yeah, cyber knife sounds like it's cutting, like, but it won't injure anything else. I said, you know what? That's the best I've heard so far.
It's called cyber knife.
Yes.
So it's a technique.
Yeah. What an amazing, wow, technology with the computers and the machine. And I mean, he gave me a tour. What a nice gentleman. He took so much time with me, explaining the process, made me feel like, oh, this is the best I've heard so far. And this will take the surgeon off my back, right? Well, then he explained that benign tumors, so this tumor is benign, cells don't divide. So the goal for the radiation is to just kill it dead. I said, oh, so it won't grow. Perfect. I mean, then I really don't have to go see the surgeon again to watch it, right? so, so I had that done because I really was forced. I had to make a decision. I really didn't want radiation either, but I was like, it was better than surgery. So that's what we did. So the tumor's still there, still deaf. It didn't change anything. I don't feel any different. So I felt like it was very, what do you call, mild, no side effects, no symptoms.
Wow.
So,
And then after that, you've been still taking these supplements and
yes.
changing your. Did you change your diet completely? Like, did you take, I don't know, dairy out of the equation, or sugar completely, or?
Well, yeah. The first part of it is, the clean whole foods, removing processed foods, switching, the making nice, better, healthier substitutes. Dairy, I was never really a milk drinker, so now it's almond milk. I totally took white flour and white sugar out of my home because I learned, okay, that's poison. And so, I teach my clients that there's always a substitute for foods they love. It's really healthy, nutritious, delicious. No one goes hungry. It's just the education.
And it's in your brain. Many times you have to substitute, certain things and tell your brain that, it's fine and it's better and you're going to feel better.
Yeah, and the more nutrition you feed your body, the more it craves. Little baby steps, and it's not an overnight thing. When people are, making substitutions for what their way of eating used to be. So it's whenever you empty something out of your pantry, then you're bringing something else. What's better? Let's take another step, bigger, better, best. But the good place I like to start with my clients is healing the gut, because 70% of our immune system resides in our gut. So your hair, your skin, your body, it's a mirror of what's going on inside. You've heard the saying, if mama ain't happy, ain't nobody happy. Well, if your gut isn't happy, your body isn't happy. So we want to heal the gut to heal yourself. So natural beauty from within that's what it's all about.
That's your website, that's your company, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
And we have all the information, all the links, and people can find out about you and what you have to offer. And you also have some special events coming up? You have a special group? What is it?
Yes.
A private group that people can join?
Yep. Anyone who is between the ages of 50 and 60, we're launching a new program. It's free. It's going to be a Facebook group that we're going to meet, and for lifestyle changes. And I'll give them some fun challenges, health tips, education. We will share our wins. We'll share our challenges for the week, and they'll do a before and after. Like, this was me before the program started.
And how long is the program?
We're going to shoot for 120 days.
Oh, wow.
4 months.
Wow.
I mean, if someone reaches their goal, I mean, and then maybe some weeks they can't join. And I believe we're going to actually, though, it's going to be interactive on Facebook, the group, but I believe we're going to actually meet in person every other week instead of weekly. We'll see how it goes. I kind of want to feel
the power of
the women in our group, like, what's working, but it's going to be, like I said, daily, motivational, encouraging, interactive. We're going to, share things on there, talk to each other, maybe set up anybody who's local, let's go for a walk or a hike, or it's an accountability group, because doing it alone, sometimes it doesn't work. Sometimes you need a system, and you need a health coach beside you and guiding you and encouraging you to be successful.
Absolutely. And so it's free. It's on Facebook, and people can find, I think,
yeah,
I'm gonna add the link in case it's not
50 to 60 Team Mimi, because I'm a Mimi, and my friend's a Mimi, and she's turning 60. So she wanted to have her body ready for the beach. So that's how this got created.
Oh, wow. Now, only women, right? Only
I mean, so far that's who's
mainly.
I guess the way our video, when we did our launching,
forget about the men. The men can take care of themselves.
I know. And then, it's give or take on the age too. There's some that are a little younger than 50. Some are in the 60s. Like, it's okay. We're not going to turn anybody away.
Exactly.
There's no way. We want to help everybody.
Exactly.
So anyone can join.
Well, this is really wonderful what you're doing, and especially after we heard your story. It's a very powerful story, and I some other people, they close themselves, and they don't open up. You took it to another level, and now you're helping people.
Yes,
notice those effects, maybe from unhealthy eating or unhealthy lifestyle, and changing that so that they don't get sick, they don't get to the last stage. Sometimes they're like, okay, now what? And they can't do anything. So that's wonderful. You give you give help, you give hope, and you're changing and improving people's lives. So
yes, it was blessing in disguise, actually, when I've been pushed away by the doctors, because being on this journey to optimal health, oh my gosh, I've been the healthiest I've ever been, and being a health coach allows me to pay it forward.
Exactly.
I was doing that for my own health and my own education, but then I realized I need to pay this forward, because I wish I knew then what I know now. And there's so many people that don't know this. So
that's why we're doing this. Exactly. And that's why you're here. And I'm creating this wellness hub with all experts, because if we can even help one person around the world, that's already,
I know,
one person at a time.
And what is even better is teaching them to be proactive with their health. It's preventative care to illness, because prevention is so much more valuable than repair.
Absolutely.
Had
you known,
I probably wouldn't have been in this situation had I known all this, but I didn't have the background. I didn't have the
education. How it is. That's how it is. You learn.
Well, right. It's never too late, right?
It's never too late, and we live and learn. And it's amazing that you
Yes.
are helping people get, get to a better and healthier life.
Yeah. And you know what? I've even gotten, it's like I've gotten 10 years back in my life since this journey,
That's amazing.
so.
Well, thank you so much, Marsha, for being here. I hope to
Oh,
see you
you're
soon
welcome.
again. And
Yes, Monica.
yes, and it was an
Mm.
honor to have you. And keep on doing what you're doing. And
Mhm.
good luck with all your activities, endeavors. And
Mhm.
we'll see you very soon. Okay.
Thank you, Monica.
Ah,
It was an honor.
thank you very much, everyone.
Thanks, everyone.